Kansas City absolutely loves getting to know people behind the scenes a little bit better, so of course I've got to ask you some fun questions. First of all, barbecue in this area. Have you found a favorite barbecue joint yet?
You know, I've had Joe's a number of times coming in as a visitor.
Okay.
That's pretty fantastic. Yes. I've just been introduced today to the Char Bar. Ooh. And some burnt ends at the Char Bar. Pretty special. So I've got some competing. I think I'm going to try to hit them all. Okay. And then I'll give you a better update later. Yesterday
in your press conference, your wife was there, amazing, beautiful woman, and then you talked about your 5 kids. Yeah. How do you balance being a manager and being a dad at the same time?
Yeah, by having an amazing wife. And that's the secret. Marry well, over marry, however you have to look at it. But there's so much put on these ladies that jump into this business, and it's not nearly as glamorous as what most people think. And I think only some are really wired for it. And I fortunately married a wonderful woman who gets this business, who is ready to make that commitment. There's a toughness to her that was also just influencing the kids all the time to be who they wanted to be, and they all ended up, you know, chasing athletics and growing from being an athlete. And it's just been a fun ride, and realizing that when I did have the ability and the privilege of being home, I wanted to make sure I was present. Yeah. And not just there, but truly into their lives, and trying to stay on top of everything they were doing. But if there's something I'm most proud of in life, it's those 5 kids. One really cool little grandbaby too. He's something special, and a couple more on the way.
Well, besides being a dad and now a grandfather, what do you do outside of being a manager? What are your hobbies?
Yeah, I'm an outdoorsman. I was raised that way. And so this time of year is a outdoorsman's paradise. And so hunting, fishing, that's the way I was raised. We weren't allowed to stay inside, and I just prefer to be outside, either working out. I'll do a lot of mountain bike riding. So just something in the outdoors, and if I can do that with my family, and now my kids have kind of picked up a lot of the same hobbies, that's a double win.
Is there a good place around Kansas City to mountain bike? I feel like that might be few and far between.
Yeah, and I should say not necessarily mountain bike, but just biking in general, but not on a road bike. I don't trust myself, nor do I trust other drivers, so I consider that mountain biking even if it's on flat ground.
Any hidden talents that you have that most people don't know about?
Yeah, none whatsoever. I've picked up quite a few things that I try. I try to play the guitar. Okay. And my kids think I'm good, and that's where it stops. So yeah, they seem to sing along, and they sing loud enough to kind of cover up my poor play. So that's kind of probably it's not really a hidden talent, but that's something.
So every leader has someone that they've aspired to be or looked up to during the course of their growth. Mm-hmm. Who is someone that you have read about or you look up to that has really made you who you are today?
That's a long list. Okay. But it would start with Coach John Wooden, and I've read everything possible. I'm a voracious reader. I've always got, my wife laughs because I have about 5 different books, and I'll bounce around. I follow a lot of the football coaches and kind of trying to take some of those ideas that they're doing. Any coach that I know has had sustained success and had an impactful run as a coach. That to me, impact is really the differentiator, I believe, that separates people in teaching or in coaching. And so Coach Wooden's philosophies on how to always pursue perfection, knowing you're going to come up short, and take a lot of pride in doing all the little things right. Just looking at the pyramid of success and how there's character all over that's holding the most important things. Yeah, we got to work hard. Yes, we have to be disciplined, but there's character qualities that hold all that together, and those are things I try to hold myself accountable to, and then create an atmosphere to where that's kind of the expectation, because I believe that leads to not just team success, but individual success.
So what is one thing that every Royals fan needs to know about Mike Matheny?
If there was one thing, I would want them to know that I am driven to do the right thing. And the right thing, I think, has a lot of different faces to it. I want them to know, too, that I've got enough wisdom to start chasing the people around me to help me make wise decisions, and collectively we're going to commit to this organization. We're going to commit to this fan base that we will make every effort to do the right thing. We are going to get it wrong, but we're going to learn from it. I love that statement, you know, sometimes we win, sometimes we learn, and that's something that fits with me. And I've had a lot of learning in the past, and I have a lot of learning probably in the future, and can't wait to jump in and try to do the next right thing here in Kansas City. And I believe you bring in good talent with that attitude of growth and focus on, you know, what's right for everybody right here. Can't go wrong.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.